So you'd like to make some art, and you haven't got a clue where to begin. Here's what you do. Go to your local art store, or maybe dollar store, or some place that sells art supplies, and you can even get the kids' variety. It doesn't have to be expensive pro stuff. Well, I'm going to demonstrate that right here. And I'm not going to work on anything really super complicated. Let's just make art for the fun of making art. And I'll choose an abstract. That's something everybody can do, no matter what your skill level. Look at my paint selection here. It's very simple, almost like a child's paint kit. And it's a couple of brushes from the dollar store. Nothing fancy whatsoever. I took some painter's tape, the kind of painters that paint your house and they mask off the edges with what they call painter's tape. Well, I just made a rectangle with it. Pressed it down really nice and flat. Make sure that the paint won't bleed under the edges. That's all. Just press it down with your thumb. Make sure it's nice and tight. And now I'm just going to get some of my favorite colors. I'm not going to plan this too hard. I sort of want to figure out which colors kind of relate to each other. That's all. No big life science kind of a project here. I just dip my brush in a little bottle of water and dip it into the paint. Get the color that I want. There's some red and there's some orange. Why, heck, I won't even bore you with technical paint names. Let's just call it what it is. It's red and orange. And what's that? A blow dryer? Yeah, because we don't have all day. You might be just on your way somewhere. You might have things to do, places to go, people to see, as they say. So use the blow dryer to dry that surface a little quicker so that you can move on to the next section. And make sure it's good and dry, though, before you move on, because, well, you don't want colors to kind of bleed into each other. They still might a little bit, but a little bit's okay, because it's art. There's no mistakes in art. It's art. It really doesn't matter what it does. When it's done, you can look at it and say, I made that. So here I just took just a shade of almost like a purple. Very thin though, lots of water in it. And now I'm taking some yellow. I make sure I clean my brush out between each color. That gives you nice, pure, bright colors. I'm just going to paint that over the colors that I already did. And you'll notice that it tints the previous colors. That means it kind of changes their tone slightly. Use that blow dryer again. Let's get it dry. Let's move it on so we can keep going. We got places to go, people to see, things to do. And make sure it's good and dry. That's really important. Give it a little touch test, and then peel the tape off. Look at the magic starting to happen. I'm going to put some fresh tape down for each one of these, what we call masking. Because fresh tape, it'll stick really nice, and that'll make sure that the paint doesn't kind of bleed underneath the edge. Well, it still might bleed a little bit, but remember, this is art, so there are no mistakes in art. It's just art, and it's not rocket science. It's just fun. That's what art should be. It should just be fun. And if it isn't fun for you, then maybe you should try a different kind of art. But by all means, don't give up. Just do something different. Maybe paint's not your thing. Maybe you like clay or metal or wood, or I don't know. Maybe you like gluing things. But just let's make some art. It's fun. Anybody can do it. Doesn't matter what your background is, or discipline, or your skill level. Let's use that blow dryer again. Once again, I don't have all day. I got some other projects I want to get to, but I just want to create some art in these few moments that we have. Nice and dry. Peel that tape off. And I love the reveal as the tape comes off. It just reveals those nice color sections. And I'll take the outside tape off as well and reveal that nice sharp edge. That's what happens when you press the tape down nice and firmly with your thumb or pointer or whatever you use. And look at that. Just a few minutes later, we have a beautiful piece of abstract art. Now, I sharpen my pencil before I sign because I want a nice, tiny little sharp signature. Nothing in your face. Just let people know who painted this so that they'll know, where they can go to get more if they want it. Like, I'm going to invite you to drop in on robertmcafee.com if you'd like to shop for my other art. I'll thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me on the Robert Painter here on YouTube. It's been a pleasure and a thrill to have you here.